Hello everyone, welcome back for some more OU battle. I'm gonna go ahead and play with Team Noins because I haven't played with them for a while. And I think they're feeling a little lonely down there in that corner. Now then, looking at his team, of per usual, that frickin' Aegislash is gonna be a pain in my rear. Especially if I can't predict it right. I'm also expecting the solo bite to go in first. I'm gonna go straight for the Absol so I can go ahead and get the taunt off. Well, he does have Prankster. It's fine. It will Mega Evolve, so he does go for the Will-O-Wisp or something like that. It will just bounce right back. He does lead off to the solo bite like I thought he would. Mega Evolution first turn and taunt whatever he decides to bring in. I was expecting the Prankster. He goes for the Nightshade though, which is quite nice for him. Now then, I really don't have anything. I don't feel like Absol's going to be... I don't want Absol to take too much damage. I'm going to go and I Kill God and go straight for the Sleep Powder. But we both do switch out, which is quite nice for me. I will be able to get... Ooh. Well, I'm going to go for Sleep Powder. The switch into Berlim should have been obvious, but at the same time, he decided to stay in. And unfortunately for me, I get the miss on the Sleep Powder. Fortunately for me, he does miss the Blaze Kick though, so it works out in the end, so I'm quite content with that. Seeing as he has the Blaze Kick, I'm just going to go ahead and go... Let's see, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? We have options here. We really do have options here. You know what? I'm just going to go straight for the Infestation. Let's go for the Leech Seed. He does decide to stay in, so I'm going to have to be very careful. I'm going to go with Leech Seed. Expecting another Blaze Kick. Gastrodon will be able to take one of those. I'm going to switch out into Gastrodon to be able to scare him at least a little bit as well. Make him feel the Earth Power or something. Go for the Skull just to be safe. I want to go for Toxic, but if I overpredict, I'm kind of in a bit of a pinch. So I'm going to go straight for the Skull just to be safe, get burn or whatever we want. Does go into Vaporeon though, so that's quite fine with me. I don't think we will be able to hurt each other. Probably Toxic each other, that's about it. It's going to set up with the Acid Armor for the increased defense, but that's quite fine. I got my Toxic off on him. I'm going to go for a Clear Smog as well, because this is why I carry Clear Smog. Does carry the heal bell, so that means Lucario's no longer asleep, so that's quite annoying to be honest. I'm going to go straight into Kill God. That way I can go ahead and Sleep Powder, as he does switch out as well as I go into my own Kill God, so that's quite nice to be honest. I'm going to go for the Sleep Powder, as he should go for the Blaze Kick, or he's going to set up... I missed the Sleep Powder again! He does go for the Blaze Kick like I thought though. So that's unfortunate. I'm going to go Sleep Powder. Hopefully it does hit this time, but, you know, shit happens, so we'll find out here in a bit. Now then, let's see what he does to do. Is honestly, if I was him, I would probably switch into Soul Bite to take the Sleep Powder. So that way, he doesn't have to worry about Lucario falling asleep. In which case, if that does happen, then I will go into Gastrodon to be able to get the Scald off on the burn. But he does fall asleep, so that's quite nice for me. I'm going to use this turn to set up some Leech Seeds. In case he does want to switch out. He does want to pinch, so that's going to be quite nice, as that is going to be some residual damage I don't have to worry about later. And I'm going to go ahead and switch straight into Meth, as I know I'll be able to take any quick attack stab he wants to throw at me. Goes for return stab. He does have Aerialate, so that means all normal moves are be turning into flying type moves and getting the attack boosted by 1.5 along with the stab. So it's doing a pretty solid damage to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Toxic in case whatever he wants to... go for the Reflect. Does go for the Earthquake, and that does do a crap ton of damage to be honest. But now I have my Reflect, so I'm not really fearing it. I'm going to go straight for the Toxic. Oh, unfortunately, it does go to the Aegislash, which is the reason why I don't want to go to Toxic, or didn't want to do Toxic earlier, to be honest. Because I was fearing that same situation would happen. I was kind of hoping, though, he would switch into Vaporeon or something else. This is a physical attacker, so that's going to be very scary, to be honest. I can't go for Clear Smog, because he will be able just to... It won't be able to do any damage, and thus the Clear Smog won't be able to activate properly. I'm in a bit of a pinch. I'm going to go for the Scald. Hopefully... I will get the burn, but he does go for the protect just to see what I wanted to do. He will be able to one-hit kill me, I believe, even with the Reflect Up, or I will just be able to barely live it. So I'm in a very tight spot. Thankfully, though, I do know it is an attack variant. Thanks to the fact that he had, he pretty much had, Sword Stance. There we go. Finally got it. Now, I'm going to use the chance to go into Kill God. Infestate in case he wants to stay in which case I hope he does go for that Heal Bell, which is going to be obvious, or the Acid Armor. I'm going to go ahead and go straight for the Infestation. I don't care if he gets the Heal Bell off. I want this thing to stay in. Does go for the Scald. Does get the burn, which is unfortunate, but it is trapped, so that's quite nice. I'm going to go straight for the Leech Seeds, that way I can neutralize this at least. I'm hoping he goes for the heal bell. There we go. That's what I wanted. Now then, I'm going to go ahead and encore him so he's going to be stuck as I do move faster, so it's going to be quite nice. And he's going to hit me for this as well. So he's stuck into heal bell thanks to encore, and he's taking willing damage and cannot exit thanks to the fact that I have infestation up on it. So that's a double kick to the crotch, to be honest. I'm going to go for the infestation and keep getting some more damage off on this thing. Even though it is 1%, damage is still damage. So that's quite nice, and we're just slowly whittling this thing down, which is what I wanted, and thankfully it is. I'm going to go ahead and put this thing to sleep now since it's shit now. Let's just go in straight for the infestation. It will be freed this turn, so that's going to be quite annoying, to be honest, on my part. But we're still at a healthy, close to 100%, which is quite nice. Now then, he should switch out, so I'm going to go for the sleep powder and whatever he decides to bring in, which is the Aegis Slash. Perfect! Oh my god, that is so perfect. Okay. We got extremely lucky there. Now then, I'm going to go for the infestation, keep this thing trapped in, or whatever he decides to bring. He goes into Burloom. So now Burloom is trapped in with the infestation. I really don't think it has anything to hurt me with, to be honest, but at the same time, besides the infestation, I really don't have anything to hurt it either. So now that I'm kind of curious as to what it's going to do, I'm going to go into Meth because I don't really want to lose I Kill God. Yeah, he does go for the Sword Stance though, so I should have stayed and gone for the Encore, which is really unfortunate. But, oh well, I'm going to take this chance to go for the Reflect. Oh, he gets the critical hit! What the, oh god, I would have been able to live it, so that's very unfortunate, to be honest. Oh god, that just, oh god. Anyways, let's see what we can't do here. It is fighting grass. Signal Beam's gonna, let's go for the extra sensory. We'll be able to kill it. At least I hope it does. Signal Beam will do neutral damage because grass is effective against that, Bug is super effective against grass, but because it is fighting, it will go from a super effective super effective into a neutral damage, thanks to the fact that fighting, I'm going for the energy because I will be able to outspeed this Vaporeon anyways, because fighting does resist Bug, so it goes down to a neutral damage. Anyways, Bitch Please is cleaning up a bit, so that's quite nice. I'm glad I saved her till the end, or at least until this part. He does bring the Soul Bite though, so I'm expecting a Dark Pulse or something, like a Will-O-Wisp or something along those lines. He goes for the Nightshade. Okay, now then, let's see. What do we want to do from here, to be honest? Since I know he's going for the Nightshades, I could go into Gastrodon and Toxic that thing, which is what I'm going to do at the moment, to be honest. It seems like the best play. Does bring in the Aegis Slash, so that's going to be interesting. I'm going to go straight for the Scolds. See what I can get out of this. He doesn't wake up, but he still transforms, so that's pretty interesting, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and just try to get as much damage off on this thing as possible while I have the opportunity to do so. I never knew, to be honest, it could change forms even while sleeping, so that's fascinating to me, to be honest. Anyways, let's see what we can do, because this thing is very terrifying. He does wake up though, so that's unfortunate. He goes for the Sword Stance. I can get easily swept here if I don't get the burn very soon. Gastrodon will die in one hit, so that's going to be terrifying. He does go for the Shadow Snake, thankfully, instead of the Sacred Sword. I hope I can get the burn. Please. Oh, thank God I get the burn. He should have gone for the Sacred Sword. It would have been easily been able to one-hit KO Gastrodon since I am not running any defense. And he has the +2 attack. So that's something I was really, terrified of. Being one-shot like that. Because Gastrodon, well, at least my Gastrodon is very squishy. I know you can run defense variants of Gastrodon, though. So that's something else. He does go back into Soul, but I'm going to go ahead and Toxic this thing. Goes for the Nightshade. I was hoping I would be able to take that a bit more, but oh well. Gastrodon has outlived its purpose. It even does live it, so let's go ahead and go for the Recover, if I can. Oh, thank God, I barely live it with 1%. I went straight for the Recover just to get back my HP, and go for another one as well, so I can go back to full HP. He should switch into Lucario now. Does forfeit though, so that's going to be the end of the game. See you guys around next time. Thanks for stopping by.